Short course radiation plus temozolomide in elderly patients with glioblastoma. Definition. Glioblastoma is associated with a poor prognosis in the elderly. Survival has been shown to increase among patients 70 years of age or younger when temozolomide chemotherapy is added to standard radiotherapy. In elderly patients, more convenient shorter courses of radiotherapy are commonly used, but the benefit of adding temozolomide to a shorter course of radiotherapy is unknown. Glioblastoma. It is the most common and most malignant tumor among glial neoplasias. It is a rapidly growing tumor composed of heterogeneous mixture of poorly differentiated astrocytic tumor cells with pleomorphins, necrosis, vascular proliferation, and frequent mitosis. It can manifest at any age, but mainly affect adults, with a peak incidence between 45 and 70 years. It is usually present in the cerebral hemispheres, being less frequent in its location in the trunk of the encephalon or the spinal cord. Like all brain tumors, except in very rare cases, it does not expand beyond the structure of the central nervous system. Causes. There is no cause responsible for the appearance of gliomas. Less than 5% of gliomas have a family history. In addition, there are several degenerative brain diseases that predispose to suffer gliomas, nor has it been shown that the frequent use of mobile phones causes a higher incidence of these brain tumors. Symptoms. The symptoms of glioblastoma are those of an expanding mass inside the skull with increased intracranial pressure. It is common to find headache, nausea, vomiting, dilatation of cerebral vessels with alteration of the retina until pallidedema, hemiparesia, hemianesthesia, hemianopsia, diplopia, aphasia, and seizures. The percent of patients experience epileptic seizures is one third. Temozolomide. It is an oral chemotherapy drug. It is an alkylating agent used as treatment of some brain cancer, as second-line treatment for astrocytoma, and its first-line treatment of glioblastoma multiforme. Effect. The most common side effect is bone marrow suppression. The most common non-hematological adverse effects associated with temozolomide are nausea and vomiting, which are either self-limiting or readily controlled with the standard antiemetic therapy. These latter effects are usually mild to moderate, grade 1 to 2. The incidence of severe nausea and vomiting is around 4% each. Patients with a pre-existing or a history of severe vomiting may require antiemetic therapy before initiating temozolomide treatment. Temozolomide should be administered in the fasting state and at least one before a meal. Antiemetic therapy may be administered before or following administration of temozolomide. Temozolomide is contraindicated in patients with hypersensitivity to its components or to the glioblastoma. The use of temozolomide is not recommended in patients with severe immunosuppression. How can it be used? Temozolomide comes as a capsule to take by mouth. It is usually taken once a day in the evening at bedtime. Take temozolomide capsules on an empty stomach with a glass of water. Take some millimeters around the same time every day. For terms of brain tumors, temozolomide is taken daily for 42 and 49 days. Then after a 28-day break, it may be taken once a day for 5 days in a row, followed by a 23-day break before repeating the next dosage cycle. For the treatment of other types of brain tumors, temozolomide is taken once a day for 5 days in a row, followed by a 23-day break before repeating the next dosage cycle. Your doctor will decide how many times you should repeat the treatment sequence. The length of treatment depends on the how well your body responds to it at the time of cancer that you have. Take temozolomide exactly as directed. Do not take more or less of it or take it more often than prescribed by your doctor. Application in medicine. Medics. We conduct a trial involved by patients 65 years of age or older with newly diagnosed glioblastoma. Patients will randomly assigned to receive either radiotherapy alone or radiotherapy with concomitant and adjuvant temozolomide. Results. A total of 562 patients underwent randomization, 281 to each group. The median age was 73 years, range 65 to 90. The median overall survival was longer with radiotherapy plus temozolomide, but with radiotherapy alone, 9.3 months versus 7.6 months. Hazard ratio for death 0.67. 95% confidence interval 0.56 to 0.80, as was the median progression-free survival. Among 165 patients with methylized 0,6-methyl-1,8-DNA methyltransferase status, the median overall survival was 30.5 months with radiotherapy plus temozolomide and 7.7 months with radiotherapy alone. Hazard ratio for death. Among 189 patients with unmetilated status, the median overall survival was 10.0 months with radiotherapy plus temozolomide and 7.9 with radiotherapy alone. Quality of life was similar in the two trial groups. Pros and cons. For the small group of survived patients, median follow-up was 70 months. A total of 80 patients in the temozolomide group did not receive adjuvant temozolomide. 5 million overall survival was 9.3 months in the temozolomide group versus 7.6 months in the control group. Median overall survival was 35 months versus 7.7 months among 165 patients with methylized status. Median progression-free survival was 5.3 months versus 3.9 months. A total of 40% of patients received additional anti-cancer treatment after progression, with the proportion in each group being similar. A total of 102 patients in the control group subsequently received temozolomide. Adverse event. Rate of 3 or 4 hematologic adverse events consisting of lymphonemia in 27.2% of temozolomide group versus 10.3% of the control group. Thrombocytopenia in 11.1 versus 0.4%, and neutropenia in 8.3 versus 0.8. No right opportunistic infection was reported in 2 patients in the temozolomide group, with no group between group difference in the incidence of infection. Serious adverse events leading to death occurred in 38 versus 35 patients, with 2 shoot events in each group considered related to started treatment. Quality of life assessed by the European Organization for Research and Treatment of Cancer. Quality of life questionnaire recorded safety and health of the model did not differ between the groups. Conclusions. In early patients with glioblastoma, the addition of temozolomide to short course radiotherapy is shorter and longer survival than short course radiotherapy alone.